to another day of A Year in Miracles. Today we are on A Course in Miracles workbook lesson number 79. I'm going to dive right in. I love this lesson. Today's lesson is, let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. A problem cannot be solved if you do not know what it is. Eventually, if it is really solved already, you will still have the problem, because you will not recognize that it has not been solved. This is the situation of the world. The problem of separation, which is really the only problem, has already been solved. Yet the solution is not recognized because the problem is not recognized. Everyone in this world seems to have his own special problems, yet they're all the same and must be recognized as one if the one solution that solves them all is to be accepted. Who can see that a problem has been solved if he thinks the problem is something else? Even if he is given the answer, he cannot see its relevance. That is the position in which you find yourself now. You have the answer, but you are still uncertain about what the problem is. A long series of different problems seem to confront you, and as one is settled, the next one and the next arise. There seems to be no end to them. There is no time in which you feel completely free of problems and at peace. The temptation to regard problems as many is the temptation to keep the problem of separation unsolved. The world seems to present you with a vast number of problems, each requiring a different answer. This perception places you in a position in which your problem solving must be inadequate, and failure is inevitable. No one could solve all the problems the world appears to hold. They seem to be on so many levels, in such varying forms, and with such varied content, that they confront you with an impossible situation. Dismay and depression are inevitable as you regard them. Some spring up unexpectedly, just as you think you have solved the previous ones. Others remain unsolved under a cloud of denial and rise to haunt you from time to time, only to be hidden again, but still unsolved. All this complexity is but the desperate attempt not to recognize the problem, and therefore not to let it be resolved. If you could recognize that your only problem is separation, no matter what form it takes, you could accept the answer because you would see its relevance. Perceiving the underlying constancy in all the problems that seem to confront you, you would understand that you have the means to solve them all. And you would use the means because you recognize the problem. In our longer practice periods today, we will ask what the problem is and what the answer is to it. We will not assume that we already know. We will try to free our minds of all the many different kinds of problems we think we have. We will try to realize that we have only one problem, which we have failed to recognize. We will ask what it is and wait for the answer. We will be told. Then we will ask for the solution to it, and we will be told. The exercises for today will be successful to the extent to which you do not insist on defining the problem. Perhaps you will not succeed in letting all your preconceived notions go, but that is not necessary. All that is necessary is to entertain some doubt about the reality of your version of what your problems are. You're trying to recognize that you have been given the answer by recognizing the problem, so that the problem and the answer can be brought together, and you can be at peace. The shorter practice periods for today will not be set by time, but by need. You will see many problems today, each one calling for an answer. Our efforts will be directed toward recognizing that there is only one problem and one answer. In this recognition are all problems resolved. In this recognition, there is peace. Be not deceived by the form of the problems today. Whenever any difficulty seems to rise, tell yourself quickly, let me recognize this problem so it can be solved. Then try to suspend all judgment about what the problem is. If possible, close your eyes for a moment and ask what it is. You will be heard and you will be answered. And that's it. That is today's workbook lesson number 79. And it is, let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. All right, well, let's see who's on the live feed this morning. Hi, everyone. Good to see you here this morning. Yes, a beautiful day here, too. The sun is coming up. Such a great day. Hi, Cindy. Good morning, Bo. Nice to see you here this morning. Hey, Bob. Good to see you this morning. Good morning, Francine. Hey, Mark. Good morning. Hey, good to see you guys. It's such a great day. I love this lesson. It's so good. Good morning, Larry. I hope you're recovering well. Thanks for joining the live feed again this morning. Hey, Cindy. Good to see you this morning. Good morning, Wanda. Nice to see you on the live feed this morning. Hi, Eileen. Good to see you too. Good morning, Vera. Hi, honey. Nice to see you this morning. Good morning, Pam. Good to see you. Nice to see you guys on the live feed. Blessings, spring equinox. Oh, that's awesome. Bask in the intense sun. Thank you, Vera. That's great. Good to reminder about that. Hi, Nami. Good to see you too. Hi, Paula. Good to see you. Hi, Abdulhamid. Nice to see you too. So yeah, there's only one problem and one answer. Yeah, connecting with the light and solving problems. It reminds me of something that happened to me after my mom passed away. Before she passed, we had a long time to talk about what it would be like. She had cancer, and I was studying the course, and I was very curious about life and death and what is it and is it an illusion, and I asked her, I said, if you have the possibility to bring me an answer about what would be the most profound thing you could tell me about being in this world, that would just be amazing. I said, I don't know where you're going next or what your experience is going to be, and I don't want it to hinder you wherever you're going to be off to next. I said, but if you have any opportunity to come back and give me that answer, that would be so amazing. And about 3 months after she had passed, I was having this dream. I usually have very vivid dreams, and I still do. And my dream abruptly ended, and I was transported back to my childhood home on Bennett Avenue in Binghamton. And I heard her voice calling me. And I knew at that moment, I thought, oh my gosh, this is it. She got the answer, and she's going to give me this very profound message. And I have to be prepared. And I remember in my dream, I was going down the stairs and vividly recall it as if it happened just yesterday. And I saw her at the bottom of the stairs on a sofa that she liked to lay on to take a nap. And I pulled up a chair, and I crossed my hands, and I said, wait a minute, I need to be ready for this. I want to be able to get all this really good information that you're going to be giving me. And I know that I'm dreaming, and I know I can't write it down. So I have to be able to remember it. So I sat down and I said, okay, I'm ready. And I looked at her, and she smiled the most magnificent smile. And telepathically, she gave me this message. Her lips weren't moving, but I could hear her voice. And she laughed at me like you would laugh at a child who's asking a really silly question. And I could hear her laugh, and she just said, don't look outside of yourself for the answers. Everything you need to know is inside of you. And that was it. That was the most profound thing she could tell me. Simple, but so powerful. And I had the answer. That was it. That was the answer. And then in my dream, her face just kind of enveloped the entire screen, and it started to pixelate into blinking colors, and then she just kind of disappeared. And I woke up feeling, oh my gosh, she gave me this answer. And I was so excited that she had come to me with this amazing information in my dream. And I never used the information, right? It's like, here she gave me this amazing answer. Everything you need to know is inside of you. And it took me probably another 10 or 15 years before I took it seriously and said, oh my gosh, it's so true. Everything I need to know is inside of me. And it's just like the Course says, we have the answer. It's just to the extent to which we are willing to look and actually realize that we do have the answers to all of our problems. And yeah, it brings tears to your eyes. Yeah, it really, every time I think about it, brings you know, the goosebumps and just that feeling of affirmation of the truth. So I just wanted to share that with you because I thought it was appropriate for today's lesson. And I hope you all have an amazing day. And thank you again for joining me. And come on over to the private Facebook group, because this is where we bring up things like this and stories, and we share information and insights, and we, you know, kind of support each other in this journey. And yeah, it is a true story. Thank you, Cindy. And I have a lot more true stories just like that I would love to share with all of you. So join us over in the private Facebook group, and let's talk about what's coming up with these lessons, because they are profound. They are very, very powerful. And I appreciate all of you for being here this morning with me. So have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you again tomorrow for our next live Facebook lesson. All right, have a great day. Bye, guys.